Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And, folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse Magazine. I got my Cuban links on.
Yes, Cuban B.
And I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves get good.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Joining me as always, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the Crying Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spears.
Hey, don't rub on that. You block that. You understand? That's alpaca. That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rub on. Put the club soda on there.
Put no cools on my rug.
Barry, I'm going to be so sad whenever we move to your new sound drop. Like, it's the end of an era, you know? It's
kinda.
I like tying you in with Denzel. That feels just about right. I think if you and Denzel met, you'd probably be pretty good friends.
Yeah, the same guy. And then, but I think I still have some Eddie Murphy in me too, a little bit.
I guess
not
yeah, man.
Physically, but you know what I'm saying.
I just watched Beverly Hills Cop the other day, and it stood the test of time.
You know what's funny about that is my daughter, and this was years ago, so she's 12 now, but when she was little, she absolutely adored Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Okay.
She thought it was the best movie ever made. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. I was that kid with Ghostbusters 2. Not the original Ghostbusters. It had to be.
Ghostbusters 2 was good. Vigo was remarkable in that film.
They covered the museum in a gigantic weed gummy, I'm going to say now.
Right? And they made the Statue of Liberty walk, so
your love is lifting me higher. Yeah. You
know what? Honestly, we need a movie like that right now to just heal the U.S. Like the end part of that when everybody was like loving on each other. We need some of that, man.
Absolutely. And guys, well, here's the deal. We've decided to show you our love in a different way by giving you winners for today's Keeneland card. That's right. It's Friday, and our whole week has been building to this crescendo. It's time for our Friday best. We don't just we put them on our mamas.
Can I make my phone call? Do I have rights? Can I make my phone call?
Who are you gonna call?
Huh?
Who are you gonna call?
Yo, mama.
Yo, mama, he says. But today we're keeping our focus on Keeneland Fall and their Keeneland Fall meet and this Friday card. And we've dug through the card from the rooter to the tutor to find our very best plays. These can be high odds. These can be high confidence, maybe a little bit of both. But no matter what, we put them on our mamas. Let's pull up some past performances here. Barry, you are kicking us off today.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, we're talking race 7, 9.5 furlongs, $120,000. Not winners of one something. I'm not here to read your fucking conditions. Allowance, and it's on the turf. What are you doing for the people here in race 7?
Yeah, this is a nice little first level allowance marathon on the turf event. I don't know what the weather's like there, but if it's anything like it is here, this race ain't gonna go on the turf. As you can see behind me, you can see my curtains and everything. It's because it's really dark and it's raining out. So it's this is natural sunlight coming through in the background there. But I ended up going with number 8, Anel. And this horse has got some muddied up past performances here. Now, gets reunited with Nick Juarez, who was aboard this horse May 29th in a win at Churchill going a mile and 16th. But honestly, I think this horse is just a little bit more battle tested than everybody else in this field. A lot of these horses are, kind of coming out of maiden races after taking a long time to break the their maiden, and kind of stepping into this spot going long. It's sort of like one of those junk drawer type races where you have horses that are doing a lot of things, and aren't really successful at it. So they're like, all right, well, we'll just go long on the grass and see what we get. But I think the 8 Anel is a true turf horse. This horse is 2 for 8 this year and was facing pretty good company. Kind of drops into this spot and should get a good trip because usually these races play mostly fairly because of the distance. Everything kind of evens itself out, and the pace scenarios don't develop sort of like they do in a, let's say, mile and an eighth race or a mile and a 16th. It's really like who outlasts the other in these kind of races, and
Right.
the horse that slightly finishes better usually wins. And I think the 8 Anel can actually do that. Has a couple of good workouts coming into this, one at Mommas, which was interesting. And then the last one, October 5th at Keeneland, 47-2, 3 out of 68 that day. I mean, Carlos David does really good work in general. I think we're on a live one here. I wouldn't take this horse actually if the price gets too low. I would say probably about 9-2 would be the ceiling. If this horse drops below 9-2, I would abandon ship. But I think we should get about that 8 to 10 to 1 ish. So we're gonna go with number 8, Anel, race 7, Keeneland to the hoop. Let's go.
And I'll have enough money to hit the club and get some fresh clothes on this thing.
AI, yeah.
Yeah, gotta love
Oh.
it. Gotta love it. All right. Well, that's Barry's best bet coming from race 7. I've got a best bet for you. It comes out of race 9. We're talking 12 furlongs. We're talking 400,000. This is us trying to give you Sycamore. That's right.
Ooh.
The Sycamore Stakes, grade 2
Ooh.
on the turf. I played a $20 win, and it's going to be on the number 5 Grand Sonata at 9-2. I didn't take this bait this time with a horse that should stretch the field and be low and early speed, the 3 Mercante. If he does actually get the start 6 days after the last start, this could maybe end up a paceless race where my horse might be on the front end because this one was just in 6 days ago. But we're racing on a marathon distance today. I think it's too long for Mercante to wire. If he's not, Grand Sonata might be low and early speed here. But Grand Sonata 9-2 at this distance, saving distance is paramount. And I think the Grand Sonata might be able to do just that with the rail trip. He should be clocking Mercante as he gets way out ahead and have some run in the tank after chasing what I call a hood ornament horse because they're out in front and everything, and they're just for looks. Grand Sonata gets back on the track after about a month following the Turf Cup at Kentucky Downs last out. The Kentucky Downs thing is important because I think if we think back to the Kentucky Downs meet, we saw a very speed favoring track where you needed to be on the lead or already making your move and within about 2 lengths of the lead, hitting that extra long uphill home stretch. He was hung incredibly wide and out of position, didn't have a chance because of the track bias. In this situation, the track should probably play much fairer to horses that have Grand Sonata's run style. And the big question is going to be, can Grand Sonata bounce back after what was a grueling mile and a half because of trip and because of the natural undulations of the Kentucky Downs track? I'm also opting to ignore the form pattern of running in the Turf Cup at Kentucky Downs and the first start after that Turf Cup start. For one, Grand Sonata had, as I discussed, a trouble trip due to him not being able to save ground and he didn't fit the bias in this Turf Cup. The second thing I mentioned is in the first Turf Cup start last year, after that, we go into the BC Turf. And Grand Sonata was in with a bunch of horses that he had absolutely no hope of toppling, like Rebels Romance and other really tough Euro shippers. So I opted to throw out the last effort where he was wide. And when I do that, I see a horse that might be moving to new triple-digit buyer figure after doubling up those 99s, then hitting with a 91 last out with trouble. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Grand Sonata here to the hoop.
I love Duncan, guy. What are you talking about?
Barry, I'm going to be honest. I thought your reaction to the Martin Luther King thing was going to be way more than we got. I thought you were going to be dying laughing. It's okay. You know, sometimes we take swings.
No,
and
it's StreamYard. I didn't see all of it. I only got like the last part of it, that like a little snippet, and I saw MLK talking smack, so I thought it was funny.
Yeah. So he can go to the club and get some fresh huzz on this thing, is what
That's
he
what
says.
happens. That happens.
That's
Do
happens.
that
It
on-
happens when you
do
have
that on
money.
Fridays.
Yeah.
Especially him, honestly. I mean, if you know anything about history and his history, that's probably like on point.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what he did. All right, Barry. How do you feel about wrapping up picks?
I think I want to today. Yeah, we gotta.
Is mandatory. All right.
Not loud enough.
I know. I'm gonna make it through today. We'll just say that. I'm gonna make it through
All
today.
right, bet.
Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, race 7, Keeneland today. We're going $20 to win on number 8, Anel to the hoop. Boy.
Do you remember the Jodie Foster movie Nell, where she like
Oh
lived out
yeah,
in
she
the
was like
wild in the
naked,
woods?
right? She was like weird, and yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
Didn't understand that. Why would you make that movie?
There's a podcast called How Did This Get Made that I think that they need to discuss.
Yeah,
Nell
they need to
in that.
discuss that one. And there was this weird Christian Bale movie where he was like some Chicano, like he was like a cholo, and he was in the army and stuff. It was so strange, dude. I don't even know how that was made. But worst movie ever made, bar none, was Master of Disguise, Dana Carvey. Watch it or don't.
Turtle.
It's the worst.
Is terrible. All right, here we go. These are my best bets for Keeneland Friday that I put on my mama, which by the way, let's go ahead. This
Nance.
sweet lady. It's Big Nance, this sweet lady.
And Rosie.
My best
Cameo.
yeah. Double, 2 for 1. My best bet comes out of race 9, $20 win. The 5 Grand Sonata, which is a big deal for a Hyundai, to be dubbed a Grand Sonata. 9-2 on the morning line.
Is that like a Grand Cherokee?
It's like a Hyundai Sonata, but like fancy.
Oh,
It's a Korean
So-
classical music car.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Well, that's it for us today. Barry, what do you got going the rest of the day?
Staying dry because it's pouring out there.
Did that lawn ever get mowed?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, it did.
Yeah, that's
did.
my man.
Yeah.
That's my man. Nothing like a little yard work. All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We're going to have a short week next week because I'm going out of town with the wifey. So make sure you check in early in the week. Monday, we're going to be doing Santa Anita pick threes, and then we'll figure out the rest of the stuff. We'll get into that later. I'll text Barry. Barry, I'll text you and tell you what we're doing.
I got you. I'll be looking.
Got it.
On the lookout for that, sir.
There we go. Well, that's it for us here at the Notorious OTV. We'll see you bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. God's time on Monday. We love you. Until then.
Can I make my phone call?